That's what I would do. That's what I would do. So thank you for those questions, NX. Moving on now to Mitchmeister, who asks, since we are getting another Predator movie along with a Prometheus sequel and another Alien film set after the second one, do you believe that there is time for a reboot of Alien vs. Predator? I don't know. I mean, those two films were pretty bad. Well, no, they were pretty bad. They were bad. Bad. So, I don't know if I'd say I want a reboot because I don't know what we would get with that. But really, I don't know. Maybe we should just keep the franchises separate for a little bit, and then, you know, when we get the right person behind, the right people behind it, then we'll talk about reboots. Second question: have you heard of, or read the Prometheus Alien vs. Predator, Alien Predator? Oh, basically, he's talking about Fire and Stone comic books from Dark Horse. No, I haven't, but I've heard really good things. Like, it's a great, like, I heard it's an excellent way of tying, you know, the Prometheus, Alien, and Predator mythos together into one big event. I've seen some of the comics in trade at a few bookstores here and there, but I've never really bought them, and I need to. I really do. Alright, third question. Could you compare the Xenomorphs to some classic monsters? Which would it be and why? I don't know. They kind of stand on their own as kind of like a permanent type of alien right there. Pun intended. I don't know, but they are classic, I will say that. They are a classic type creature, I will say that. So thank you for those questions, Mitch Meister. Moving on now to Zach the Thunder King, who asks, since Predator is in Mortal Kombat X, which game series should use the Xenomorphs? Kind of already answered this question. Second question, which comic universe would work well in Xenomorphs, Marvel or DC? Probably DC. They can do all kinds of wacky shit, so. But then it's too, you know, they're trying to be so serious, so maybe Marvel. Marvel would probably be better off. Anyway. So thank you for those questions, Zach the Thunder King. Moving on now to Trevor Smolka, who asks, if the Xenomorphs ever attacked the Marvel Universe, who would you choose to fight the Xenomorphs? The Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy? Either one of those two teams. Second question. I'm just wondering, what is your opinion on the Alien franchise as a whole? Do you think the franchise needs a reboot, or does the franchise need another a movie like Prometheus? Just wondering. We don't need another Prometheus. We do not need another Prometheus. No, because, God, that movie was bad. Like, I know long ago I put it as one of my top 10 favorite films of 2012. God, what the hell was I thinking? No, I'm serious. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Because the more I watch this film, the more I see these flaws. And I see the film for what it is. Pure shit. There are great ideas in there. There really are. Don't get me wrong, there are some excellent ideas. But they are bogged the fuck down by terrible character studies. Bogged down by theories and plot lines that don't go anywhere. It is a train wreck. Sam Raimi, we had so much hope for this. The best thing that came out of this was the frickin' trailer. Ugh. Hopefully Prometheus 2 will be better. Ugh. Oh God, my blood pressure. I don't have blood pressure problems, but God, that just makes my blood going though, don't it? Third question. Out of the basically my opinion of the franchise, because I forgot to answer it because I went on that rant about Prometheus. I wouldn't say reboot. I feel like this is something that doesn't need to be rebooted. We're kind of doing a soft reboot as it is with Neil Blomkamp's film already, so I guess we wouldn't really need one. Anyway, think of those questions. Oh wait, you got two more. Sorry. God, I'm so scatterbrained right now. Second question. I'm just wondering, but what is your opinion of the Alien... Oh, that is your second question. You had one more. God, I really am scatterbrained. Third question. Out of the Xenomorphs and the Alien Queen, I'm just wondering, what is your all-time favorite ever Xenomorphs and Queen? Personally, my opinion... Oh, Okay, fights. Oh, you meant fights. Okay. My favorite Xenomorphs fights would have to be from Aliens, because the Marine scene of them just getting, fighting for their lives is just an excellent scene. I just love it. So, yeah. Anyway, think of those questions, Trevor. Moving on now to Omnitron12345, whose first question is: do you think that the Rachni from Mass Effect were based on Xenomorphs? And if so, which would... I do think they were. I really do think they were based off of the Xenomorphs. And who would win? I would have to say the Rachni. Or the Xenomorphs. They kind of pop out faster. Third question. Have you heard of the... I have. I actually... So I don't really need to answer this. Yeah, I actually own the comic, so yeah. Which is worse in your opinion? Rage Zombie Outbreak or Xeno Outbreak? Probably Xenomorph Outbreak. That would probably be a lot worse. Probably a lot worse. Anyway. Where was I going with this? So yeah. Think of those questions. Omnitron. Moving on now to Andre Partridge, who asks... What will happen if a Xenomorph met up with these characters? Kind of already answered Powerpuff Girls Main 6 and Sailor Scouts, so that just leaves Crystal Gems and Mr. Ink. Mr. Ink, they would all get slaughtered horribly, and the Crystal Gems would probably slaughter all the aliens. Well, Steven would probably go away with some burns, but yeah, the Crystal Gems are pretty hard to kill. Alright, second question. How long do you think Cora and the gang would last in a total Xenomorph invasion? I don't know. There'd be some casualties. Can't say who, but there would definitely be some casualties. Alright, what will happen if the Space Marines or someone else tamed a Xenomorph in a future movie? You mean the Colonial Marines? Alright. I guess they would be tamed, but of course, like Jurassic Park, it wouldn't be tamed for long. That's all I can say. Okay, moving on now to... Thank you for those questions, Andre. Moving on now to Predator Warrior 18, who asks, what are your thoughts on the Alien Isolation game, depending if you played it and watched the clip? I like it. It's a nice little horror. It's probably hailed as one of the best horror games in a while, and there haven't been a lot of good ones. I mean, when was the last... The Evil Within, I hear mixed things about, but this one is like it's globally... It's like praised across the board as one of the best horror games ever. I haven't played it. I've watched clips, and they are scary as hell. So, I want to play it. I don't know, this just the single alien, because I always like the aliens having a whole swarm. You do get that later in the game, but... I don't know, like, I want to play it, though. I really do. I've seen clips, really want to play it. And I think it's a really good... it's a really good game. I think it was that question, Predator Warrior. Moving on now to Cody Bradish, who asks, what if the scariest cave in Equestria had been filled with Xenomorphs? Then there would be nothing but bloody spots where the Apple family and Pinkie Pie were. Alright, second question. What is your favorite aspect of Aliens? Kind of already answered this one, Cody. Second question. On an uninhabited island, an army of thousands of Xenomorphs stand against Godzilla. What happens? Godzilla's roasting Xenomorphs left and right. Because, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could send all the Xenomorphs in the world to swarm over him. I don't think they're gonna stand a chance. It would probably be like the Megagoras' larva fighting Godzilla. Probably wouldn't last long. Anyway. Okay. So, thank you for those questions, Cody Bradish. Moving on now to Nolan Uno, who hope I'm saying that last name right, but Nolan asks, another top 5 alien crossovers you want to see? Kind of already answered this already, but I guess I'll think of 5 more. Star vs. The Forces of Evil, Gravity Falls, Ben Zero Part-Time Hero, Doctor Who. Well, I kind of said Doctor Who already. Hellboy and Inuyasha. What the hell? Anyway, think of those questions, Nolan. Oh, you got one more question. If you had control of a Xenomorph, what fictional character that is very annoying to you would you want to kill them off? Robbie from Gravity Falls. Boom. And Ronaldo from Steven Universe. There you go. Alright, thank you for those questions. Moving on now to Rakai Tawai. I hope I'm saying that. I hope I didn't butcher that name. I do apologize. But Rakai asks, can the Xenomorphs kill some big-name superheroes like the Avengers, X-Men, Justice League, considering they killed the Stormwatch team before? For those who don't know, in the Wildcats Alien crossover, basically the story was that Xenomorphs had gotten aboard the ship that contained the Stormwatch characters, and nearly all of them were slaughtered during the Xenomorph outbreak. And I'm talking like characters like Fuji, Fahrenheit. A lot of them were killed brutally by the Xenomorphs. So is the possibility they could kill Avengers and X-Men? Yeah. But the main reason why we saw Stormwatch characters get killed off by aliens was because Warren Ellis didn't want to do the story. He in no way wanted to write the crossover. He didn't want to write the Wildcat Alien crossover. The reason why he did it was because DC and Dark Horse finally broke down and said, "Look, you can kill whoever you want on the team. You can kill whoever you want on Stormwatch because that's your team." And this gave way to the Authority. So in a way, this was canon. Really. So that was kind of the real reason why the Xenomorphs killed the Stormwatch team. Could they kill X-Men, Avengers, and Justice League members? Yeah. They've nearly killed a few of them, in fact. But yeah. Second question. Do you believe that there is an Alien Predator multiverse, since Predators and Prometheus ignore, not necessarily recon, the AVP movies, and the Fire and Stone more or less was Dark Horse version of Reboot and Alien Predator lore? I don't know if they would, it's a Alien Predator multiverse. I don't think that's what it is. I think they just wanted to go with one universe and kind of clean up what happened before and just kind of ignore it, because the Alien and Predator films happen in the past. They happen in present time, our time period. So for all we know, it could all be one connected universe, or they could just be sweeping everything under the rug and move over. So thank you for those questions, Rakai. I do apologize for butchering your name if I did, and I apologize for that. So moving on now to Kobe Romy, who asks, what is your favorite type of alien? Drone, warrior, spitter, queen, newborn, runner? Gotta go with the warrior. Gotta go classic. You gotta go runner. Second question. What would happen if Wander and Sylvia from Wander Over Yonder came across a Xenomorph? They'd probably get killed horribly. That's all I can think of. Third question. What would you do if you had a pet Xenomorph? Have it eat people? So thank you for those questions, Kobe. Moving on now to Super Mega Pizza Guy, who asks, I kind of already answered this, Pizza Guy. Sorry, but I just answered the question, so I got to move over. Second question, how would you survive being on a ship overrun with Xenomorphs? I would probably not exist long. Probably in no way survive very long. Third question, if someone held a gun to your head and said, you must write an Aliens Godzilla crossover, how would you do it? How would I write an Aliens Godzilla crossover? I think how I would do it is maybe use the aliens from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the ape aliens, have them capture Xenomorph eggs and maybe use some kind of giant growth ray to make one of the Xenomorphs big? I don't know. So anyway, think of those questions, Super Mega Guy. Moving on now, Super Mega Pizza Guy. Moving on now to Canaan McGrath. I do apologize if I butchered that name as well. And your question is, I just have one question, and that is how you think of the story of Predator and a Space Marine from Warhammer. That's, a Predator and a Space Marine from Warhammer go against an entire hive of Xenomorphs would turn out. Probably well. I think it would be a cool story of seeing, these two characters who have honor and you know, they kill plenty of people. So seeing them go team up against other